Tim,
Maxie.
the superstar of the fresh produce sector.
The legend in my own lunchbox. Go for my agent next time.
Okay, now last night, come a bit closer so everyone can see your lovely beard, because we talked about your beard last night. Yeah. Last night here at the award dinner, we actually decided what we were going to talk about. Can you remember what we decided to talk about?
What were we talking about? Yeah, we were talking about the whole vegan movement and how important it is. And on that BBC documentary that we did recently, is that the stats came out on it quite quick from the production company Endemol, and they were saying it was the highest viewing audience for 16 to 24-year-olds for a BBC Two documentary.
So stop, let's just wind this back. For everyone who can't remember, and I'll put a link on there, you did this amazing article, The Race to the Bottom, last summer, where you went to France and you saw the price comparison of French carrots in comparison compared to the UK carrots, and it was a bad summer last year and you were just very concerned that the grower wasn't getting the return. Yeah. Your article went out, it went viral, you got into the Telegraph, and from that you seem to be, if I can say, a bit of a lightning rod within the sector for external media. So just talk about this BBC programme that you're involved with.
Yeah, so it was What Britain Buy and Sell in a Day, and Ed Balls was involved in presenting it. We had 2 slots on it. They showed sort of our Evesham factory. They were down there filming for 10 hours for that.
Ed Balls, the chairman of Norwich.
Ed Balls, chairman of Norwich and politician.
And you're still an Everton supporter.
Yeah, I have to say.
How did that work?
I never thought I'd like a Labour politician, but he's a really nice guy, and he likes his football. And I think we've both got something in common.
You heard it here.
We've both got a lot in common in that we both support crap teams. But I have to say that his team is even crappier than mine, so I like him even more for that. Yeah. So, but he was actually a nice guy, and that went well. And we filmed down the port, and he was really on it and genuinely interested. And we had an hour, and we sort of from that 2.5-minute clip, and it was quite interesting. And then that went out. It was received well. It got good viewing figures. What was interesting for me was highest viewing figures to 16 to 24-year-olds for a BBC documentary. And what that says to me,
16 to 24-year-olds.
16 to 24-year-olds is 16 to 24-year-olds want to know all about fruit and veg. Want to know where the fruit and veg is coming from. Yep. This whole vegan vegetarian movement, as I mentioned on the documentary, is really taking hold, and particularly amongst the kids. We are sexy. Our industry is trendy. Take it from me. Yeah.
Okay, so that's great. I think we were using that word last night. We're in the zeitgeist. We're in this.
Well, you might have used that word.
I can't spell it, but so zeitgeist. We're in this amazing spot where the likes of veganism, organics, and the market's coming towards us. Yeah. On the back of your article last year, The Race to the Bottom, does this mean that growers are making more margin?
We are in a barking mad industry in that we've got. We're sexy, we're trendy, we're taking business away from meat, left, right and centre, from almost all of the sectors. We've got huge burgeoning demand. What other industry do you get that and diminishing returns? And we're still getting diminishing returns. Because what the public don't realise is we're in this long-winded battle, this long-winded supermarket price war, which supermarket price wars in most countries last months or maybe a year. We're into our battle, I don't know, our 5th or 6th year. It's just an ongoing battle, and it's a constant driving down. And I'm not just blaming supermarkets, it's just that supermarkets tend to lead and everybody else follows. And whilst we're in this sexy, high-demand industry that is doing some great things that everybody's interested in, at the same time, we've got this complete contradiction that we've got these diminishing returns, and it's driving us mad. I mean, we've got costs as well. It's not just about lower returns. I mean, I was speaking to a few people here last night. Everybody's going on about labour costs, and that's a major issue as well. And we're just not getting the money for it. All we're getting from our customers, whether it be retail, food service, whatever, is we want to pay you less.
Okay. So, and I'm really embarrassed to ask you this because you're slightly wrong within the sector. What's the answer?
Well, what is the answer? To try and get it through to our customers that we need more value added, that we need to start getting returns. Our costs are increasing. We're in demand. We're sexy. Yeah, we're vegan. We're vegetarian. We're ticking all the boxes. Yep. Give us more money.
You had it from here. Tim, thank you very much.
Well done, Max.
Thank you.